Last year in October, along with Mate 20 series of smartphones, Huawei announced the Watch GT, a smartwatch which was quite the detour from company's previous Wear OS models and overall a breath of fresh air on a smartwatch market. Chinese corporation decided to do things differently, and we very much liked what they did, especially the 2-week battery life, which is still a science fiction for most current smartwatches with similar specs. Still, Watch GT left a bit to be desired. There was no app store, no custom skins, no always-on mode, or a possibility of making phone calls, things that would allow it to be a worthy competitor to Samsung's Galaxy Watch, a reigning king of smartwatches when it comes to what you can do with it. This year in April, Huawei premiered P30 series of phones and a Watch GT Active, which was more of a Watch GT restyling than an actual new model. Keeping up the trend, on a recent Mate 30 event in Munich, we finally got the proper successor in the form of Huawei Watch GT 2. Now, prior to the announcement, judging by some leaked render images, GT2 seemed to be almost identical to Watch GT, apart from some internal upgrades. But seeing it live, it's obvious it does not look the same. Actually, only a frontal projection does, but GT2's screen is in line with the bezel, not receded, and the bezel itself is no longer flat but slanted. Seemingly small details, but they add up to making the watch look nicer and more modern. Also, the screen being in line with the bezel makes it seem bigger than on a Watch GT, even though it has an identical size of 1.39 inches. Not sure if it's an illusion or if the glass is slightly magnifying, but we like it all the same. Display quality has remained the same, which is not a bad thing considering how much we liked it on an original GT. AMOLED screen is bright and with a resolution of 454 by 454 pixels, which offers a nice and very detailed display, probably the best we've seen on a smartwatch to date. Still, not all is the same, because Watch GT 2 fixes one of the flaws of the original by introducing always-on mode, in which you can use one of two watch faces, analog and digital, both nicely designed. As with other smartwatches, always-on watch faces are adapted for lower screen power consumption and also a bit dimmer so the screen would not bother you at night. Speaking of watch faces, original Watch GT had a slightly lackluster selection of those, but we're glad to say that GT2 is a whole different story. It comes with a variety of well-designed watch faces, a step or two above what we've seen on a GT, so every user will find something they like. Current version of Huawei Health app, which is also used to set up and control the watch, does not offer adding user-made skins, but the beta version that's been around the web for months now does, so it's only a matter of time before it's officially supported on a Watch GT and GT2. Watch bezel is lined with numbers like on an active version of GT, with 24 hours instead of 60 seconds like on an original GT. Wrist strap design is identical to the one on GT Active, and it's made of matte black silicone rubber, which looks much better than the glossy plasticky looking strap on the original. It is a standard 22mm in width and removable, so you can change it for any other 22mm leather, metal or nylon strap and style the watch to your liking. Watch body is made of metal, visually similar looking to GT, but still a bit slimmer, so the watch is also a bit lighter, 41 grams instead of 46 of the original. Back of the watch contains the same optical heart rate and proximity sensors we've seen before, and the main visual difference compared to GT are the speaker and microphone holes around the edge of the watch. And yes, Watch GT2 allows you to make phone calls, which was one of those things we've missed on a GT. It connects to your phone via Bluetooth when you add it in Huawei Health app, and depending on whether you answer the call on your phone or your watch, either device will act as an active speaker and microphone. This makes the watch quite practical for taking calls while driving or when you're away from your phone or can't reach it. You can also initiate a call from the watch, but only if the number was previously added to your watch contacts via Health app. Microphone and speaker openings do not prevent the watch from being water resistant, so you can take it for a swim thanks to its 5 ATM certification. Huawei obviously listened to Watch GT user requests, so the new model comes with a music control widget. With it you can control your phone's music app, but also control the music on the watch itself if you transfer some songs on the watch and pair it with your Bluetooth headphones. This is great if you go for a run, so you don't have to carry your phone around. Watch and headphones are all that you'll need. Watch GT2 comes with some preset apps like barometer, compass, stopwatch, timer, alarm, flashlight, weather widget and Find My Phone app. Of course, smartwatch wouldn't be overly smart without some fitness functions, which are one of the most common reasons to buy a smartwatch in the first place. Huawei Watch GT 2 retains all the good things about the previous model, but also adds some new and useful ones. Heart rate monitoring is the same as on GT, quite accurate as long as you set the watch a bit further from the wrist. New addition is the stress level measurement, which will log your stress throughout the day and give you a good idea on who pissed you off and how much. Both of these measurements are done continuously 24 hours a day, so your watch as well as Huawei Health app can give you a detailed history of any day, week, month or year. For stress relief, there is also a breathing exercise app like the ones we've seen on other smartwatches, and it actually does do the trick. Heart rate sensor information is also used for sleep tracking, so the watch will give you detailed information on the time spent in deep light or REM sleep and compare your data to the normal values like deep sleep continuity, for instance. There's a large number of dedicated modes for activity tracking like indoor or outdoor running, biking, swimming, etc., including a few not previously found on Watch GT. Watch will track your pulse and calorie consumption and does a very precise estimate of your mileage when you're running indoors with an adaptive algorithm that adapts to your running style and tempo. Also, unlike the previous model, GT2 will give you a voice status report, for instance your pulse, tempo and distance every 1 kilometer when running. Built-in speaker is loud and clear enough to hear both during workouts and phone calls. After any activity, you are presented with detailed workout information as well as the time required for complete recovery. Both app and the watch also offer a guided training which can both lead you into a healthier lifestyle or help improve your current shape. For those who like to track their progress during the day, there is also an Apple Watch style circular widget for tracking your daily goals. As for battery life, Watch GT2 keeps up the tradition and offers the same 2 weeks on one charge. We were more interesting though to see how well it does with all the good stuff on, such as always on screen, pulse, sleep and stress tracking. With these things turned on and usual usage, some workouts and even a bit more screen time than usual due to recording of this video, Watch GT2 lasted full 6 days, which is still pretty impressive for a smartwatch. Those who opt not to use always on will get their 2 weeks on a single charge, and if you do a lot of outdoor running with GPS on, you may expect less than 6 days since GPS is still the single most battery consuming thing on these devices. Watch is charged by the same charger used for GT1, even in the same white color which we criticized the last time since it stands out so much from otherwise very well designed products. Overall, Huawei Watch GT2 was a pleasant surprise. His predecessor was as well, but the new version is almost everything we would have wished Watch GT was, and a very usable smartwatch at that. Only thing missing are the downloadable apps like the ones on Wear OS or Tizen watches, but most users probably do not use those anyway after the initial honeymoon period. The whole package of functions, build quality, design and battery life that this watch brings is superb, so Watch GT2 easily gets our highly recommended award. We should also mention the price, which was announced at 250 euros. Thank you for watching this review. Tell us in the comment section what's your opinion on Huawei Watch GT2. If you liked this video, show us your support, visit our channel for more videos like this and subscribe, as there will be a lot more interesting reviews coming very soon.